Hey, everybody. I'm trying to figure out the setup. This will work, actually. Welcome back to my channel. It is the end of May, so I'm going to do my May monthly wrap-up. I believe I'm wearing the same exact shirt as I was wearing last time. I promise this is a different day. Yeah. I don't remember my intros. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah. This is a channel about cross stitch. Welcome. Okay, so I don't have too much. He's just running around like crazy. Yes, I think he doesn't understand. And from this height, you can't actually see him. Because I'm downstairs again. Because upstairs is just not happening. It's also easier because all my stuff's here. Let's see if I can get him into the... There he is! He says hi. He says hi. What did he say hi? What did he say? He says hi. Yeah. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. We went, anyway, hold on. We went hiking this morning, because I took the day off work today. I had 2 personal days that I needed to use by the end of the month, and today's the literal last day of the month, so I decided to use it. I have a farrier appointment with the girls later, so I'm trying to get this done before then. So it's quite early. It's not that early, but we woke up at like 6 this morning because he could not sleep in. He was not having it. He heard my husband up and like getting ready for work, so he was like, "Time to get up." I was like, "Really? Couldn't sleep for another hour, maybe?" But no. Anyway, so let's get on with the stitching. So I have, like I said, 4 things to show you. 2 are not new, and 2 I think are, no, they are new because I just started them. So the first thing I'm going to show, and I'll show you cover photos if I have them. I'm not editing. It's too much work. So sorry for all of you who know how I used to edit. It's probably not going to happen. I'll put like cover screen in, but taking photos, all of that is a lot of work. So we're just gonna not. So anyway, my first thing is the 324 Sal. Also, my nails need to be, please disregard the broken shorty. I broke my fingernail a while ago and it's still growing in. So, but I need to do them. I think that's gonna be this weekend's thing. This is a color changing nail polish. So now that it's been on so long, the color change is starting to just like go crazy. It's not supposed to always be like this, but here we are. And then these are just like glitters. But I'm going to do them, I think, probably tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll redo them. They'll probably be, I think I have green picked out for the next color. It's like summery. It's like really bright green. I think I'm going to put some limes and lemons, like some stickers and stuff on it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, and here is where I am now. So I'm doing this on 28 count 1/1, because I want it to be pretty small. And this is, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more to go across. So about that much left on this side. So it's not going to be too big. And then I don't know how far down. I still got 9 down to go. So I'm about halfway across and halfway down-ish. But yeah. So I think I talked about this last time. I am doing this like one motif a day. Well, one motif a day. So like one of these things a day. I'm going diagonally, obviously. Kind of a day. So I was originally doing it like I would do 1 a day. But that got to the point where it was like, I'm only taking it out for a couple of minutes and getting everything prepared. And it doesn't feel worth it to me. So what I'm actually doing is, it kind of goes between everything. So I'll stitch this, then I'll spin my wheel, and I'll do the piece on my wheel, and then I'll stitch this again, because a couple of days would have gone by. So I'll catch up, and then I'll stitch my wedding piece, and then a couple days will go by, and then once I get to the goal on that, I'll stitch this again. So this is kind of like the in-between for all of the projects, and that seems to be working really well for me. So this motif I did just the other day, because I just finished working on the project that I think it was like I think it was Monday or Tuesday. So I'm basically keeping up, but I'm doing it every few days, and then getting to the next like point of one per day. So I'm usually doing at least like 4 or 5 rather than 1 a day, or like a week's worth, something like that. But yeah, it's really fun. I'm doing the 324 colors, so I'm changing, each motif is a different color, which is really fun. And I'm getting to the purples. This is the last row of the pinks. So then we'll see the purples really start to come in, because some of the purples the pinky purples have started to come in, but like this row here I think is all purples, for the most part. Yeah, they're all going to be boxes. The next set is all just these 5 by 5 boxes, so 25 stitches, which is fine, because if I do like a couple of them, I can get like 100, 200 stitches in on this, and it's easy because it's just one color each box. Okay, then the next thing is I finally started the Story Stitches Ariel, what is it called? Part of Your World, Sal? That was like forever ago. I know. Well, I finally started it, and my goal was to get the frame done. And this frame is humongous. Huge. Humongous. So here is the frame. It's huge. Look how huge it is. I mean, that's a lot of roof. That is a lot of roof. It's really pretty, but it's a lot of roof. So I got that done. And all the boxes. I really hope that I counted correctly, but I think I did, because all of the lines like matched up because I started over here and then I'd bring it up over here and then I'd connect the lines, and they all matched. So I'm thinking I did it correctly. But yeah, I mean, it's really pretty. It was just a lot of stitching. And this is Grace Notes Fabrics Ariel. I think it's 28 count. Yeah. I got it specifically because she made this fabric specifically for this cell. And I got it when the cell came out. But I just didn't, I think this is last year's cell, quite frankly. Yeah. So, really fun. I'm not quite sure what this is. I think it's the wave, like a wave crashing. But then my question is, if that's a wave crashing, why are these blank? I don't know. I don't have an answer. But anyway, that's that. That's what it looks like for now. It took me a long time, a long time to stitch this one, I feel like, just because it was so much stitching. And I don't have a cover photo. I don't even know if there's a full completed cover. There probably is somewhere, but I don't know where. And the next thing I started really pissed me off. Really peed me off. I will explain to you why. But this is called Beehive Sampler from Cooler Design Studios. And I don't have a cover photo. It's an online digital image. But here is what it looks like right now. So this is the first page done. Okay, so let me explain to you what happened. Oh, and this is on Talea. I think it's 28 count. I know it's 28 count Lugana. because that's the only count of Lugana that I get. So let me explain to you what happened. Okay, so I did down here, right? I did this stuff down here. So I did these, and it's 84 across, so it's pretty small. And then I did the letters, and I did all of this, and then I did the second row of brown stitches here. And then I was looking at the pattern, and the pattern has these straight stitches on either side, like starting on skipping, basically skipping, like if you're doing this 2 over 2, this would also be like over 2, so you're skipping the middle one. That's how it was charted. That's how it looks on the chart, right? So I'm doing that. I get about halfway, right? I go all the way across, I get halfway, and I only have one of these flowers, like in this space right here. And I was like, on the cover photo, there's 4 of these, but I'm halfway, and I'm only going to get one more. So what is happening? So I'm looking at it, and I start looking online to see if I can find pictures. Uh-oh, what's happening? Remind me later. I don't want to do that right now. Ugh, hold on. My computer is malfunctioning. Okay, so I'm looking at pictures online, and I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. The chart, and then I counted, and then I went, okay, let me see. So I counted these. I know there's 84 on the regular part of the chart, but this is on like a separate C page, whatever. So this is like its own separate part of the chart. And I'm counting because they have these guys, the little brown stitches. I count them across the pattern. There's 168 or whatever 84 times 2 is. So I was like, are you kidding me? So the way that they charted this part was over 1, and the way they charted every other part of the pattern is over 2. But they don't tell you that in the design. They don't say that anywhere. So you have to just figure it out. So while I was thinking that like the whole thing was charted the same, it's not. But they don't tell you that anywhere. Nowhere in the pattern do they say, like, stitch these like over 1 instead of skipping a line of holes. So I frogged all of this that I had put in. I just threw all the threads away because I literally just took scissors to it and I just across. And I threw all those threads away. And I restarted correctly. And most of the pattern calls for, like, these guys down here call for 3 over 2, but I just did them 2 over 2 because I don't like 3. But I did do this as 4 over 4 strands because I wanted it to be that really, like, thick tapestry kind of look. It's charted for 4, and so I did it that way. So that's what it actually is supposed to look like. And then the bees, all of that's supposed to be, except for the back stitch, everything is supposed to be 3 over. I think all of the X's are supposed to be 3, but I'm just doing everything. Sorry, he's drinking. But I'm just doing it 2 over because I don't like 3. And then I did all the back stitch because it doesn't like continue. The back stitch doesn't like continue up the pattern. But this is really angering pattern. And there are a few other spaces on this pattern that, because I figured out that that's over 1, or it's not skipping, there are other spots on the pattern that are like that now I know are like that, but I wouldn't have known if I have started a different spot. I would have had to still figure it out the same way that I figured it out on this. Very frustrating. But they just don't tell you, which is like, tell the stitcher that it's not that easy to figure out. Whatever. Maybe some people would have known, but like, it wasn't obvious to me. Because the whole rest of the pattern is over 2. But whatever. Okay, and then the last thing is what I'm currently working on, and you can probably guess what that is. And I don't remember how much I've done since the last time that I brought this out, but I've stitched on it 1, 2, 3. I think this is the 3rd time that I'm working on it this month. But here it is. It's so good. I hope that you can see that. But yeah. Look at that bouquet! There's so much of it! There's so much bouquet. I'm so excited. There's still a lot to do though, because it goes pretty far down. So, most of the flowers are basically done at this point. Like, I think there's still a little bit of flower over here, but most of this is just greenery that drops down. And then obviously, like, my husband's whole body. But, yay! It's getting there! Yeah. So, you can really tell now that, like, I'm going down the edge. I'm at almost 39.5% done. Almost 39.5. Once I get to 40, this will go away again and I'll spin my wheel. But I feel like I didn't have that much to talk about this time. This is it. This is the last thing. And it's not even that long of a video. I didn't have that much to talk about, I guess. But, you know, and I didn't really buy anything. I did, but it's not that exciting. What I can tell you that is actually it is exciting, the thing that I bought, but it's not like that exciting because I'm not doing anything with it. Well, I bought 2 things technically. So I haven't bought a Heaven and Earth design for a while because there's no point, because I just have so many of them that I'm gonna die with like a million of them unstitched. Fine, that's fine. Collecting is a different hobby. But I saw a post from a friend on Facebook who had started, it's called The Library of Dogs by Amy Stewart, and it had come out a while ago, but I knew I wanted to do the Max Color version, and so I was waiting, because I know that somebody had, obviously, because like Amy Stewart's are almost always special requests to do Max Color. So, I waited, and then I saw my friend started it, and she started the Max Color, I think, supersized version. And so I went online, and they only had the supersized Max Color version. So I was like, fine. That's fine. I may never stitch it, who knows. But I bought it. It was a Memorial Day sale anyway, so I got it for half off anyway. So I was like, that's fine. I would have paid full price for it, it's fine. So I got that, and then I also bought some fabric that is not Grace Notes fabric because they didn't have the color that I wanted, and it was really hard for me to find this color. Let me see if I can, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, okay. So I'm only showing this to you because there's a story to this. So for my birthday this year, my husband bought me my first, probably and only, chatelaine. It is the Scotland mandala, and he bought the kit from European Cross Stitch. So they sent me, I have it all, the threads and the beads and everything for the Scotland mandala. Oh my gosh, he's running around the backyard. I just leave the door open so he can go in and out when it's nice out, especially because right now it's not too hot. So I just leave the door open so he can run in and out. He's just like running around out there. Anyway, so he bought me all that stuff. So I was like, well, what do I want to do this project on? So I was messing around on the Chatelaine website, and they have like a color, like like a fabric color like background viewer, so you can see depending like of what she thought, or whoever thought that the pattern would look good on. So I was like clicking through the colors and I landed on the dark green and I was like, that is so pretty. But I don't have any color. Well, that's not true. I have some dark green fabrics, but they're all too small. Like the cuts are too small. They won't fit. They're like quarters or whatever. So I was like, okay, well that's not gonna work. I need a half. And I didn't have any halves. Are you good? Are you having fun out there? Yeah, are you having fun out there? Running around like a loon? Anyway. So I was online like 2 weeks ago and I don't know, typed into Google like green cross-stitch fabric. Because I was finding a lot of like greens that weren't the right kind of green. There were a lot of greens, but it's not like the green that I wanted. But then I saw an ad on Etsy, and I was like, actually, I think that's the perfect color. So, it's from Farmer's Attic. Farmer's Attic on Etsy. And the color, I will show you, it's called Sequoia. It's an Atomic Ranch fabric. It's a 32 count. And I had to get a fat half, right? So, to be able to fit it. So here is, it's not going to look the right color on the screen. But it's like a really dark, not really dark, it's a dark green. It's not quite coming off on the camera the right color. It is not that mossy. It's called Sequoia, right? So think of like a fern tree. That's really the color that this is, not this mossy green that is showing up. But I really think it's really, really pretty. And she does say on there, like, stay away from like hand-dyed fabrics and really modeled fabrics because it'll take away from the pattern. But I'm like, I don't think so. I think that it'll be really pretty on a hand-dyed modeled fabric, especially because the whole inside is basically full coverage, right? So the whole inside of that pattern is stitched, basically. So it's not, I don't think it's going to take anything away. But that is what I bought, and I'm sure I have other things that I'm forgetting, but this was the thing that I was like super excited about. And I probably have fabric of the months from Grace Notes that I should probably find. Maybe I have them right here. Hold on. Let me see. Yes, I do. I have them. I'm not sure. I think these are this month's, or yeah. Anyway, okay, so I'm in the color and the neutral, and the color this month is really pretty. So the neutral is called Coconut Milk. And it's just, I mean, it is a neutral. Like, if you are a neutral gal, this is your best friend. I think it's really pretty. It's got these kind of green tinges to it that is not going to show up on camera. Might, a little bit. All of these, like, darker spaces, they're kind of green tinged, which really reminds me of a coconut. It's really pretty. I like this. This is a really pretty neutral. What did I do? I need to try to fold it back up. And then the color this month, though, is so pretty. But I have, like, a soft spot for this color. It's called Lavender Fields. And it is just a beautiful purple. Well, beautiful lavender, really. It's so pretty. It is not going to show up quite accurate on the camera, but it's so pretty. It's a beautiful color. I'm always a little sad that I get the color on Lugana, because sometimes I'm like, oh, that would be so pretty on a linen. But at the same time, you know, at some point they will come out in the like regular line, and if I really, really, really need it in a linen, I can buy it later. But, you know, and I think that's it. I think that's literally everything that I've gotten recently, or at least this month. I don't buy as much right now because I just don't need to. I have so much stuff. But yeah, I think that's my update for the month. I don't think there's anything else. Everybody's doing well. He's now just laying here. Let's see. He's just laying, hanging out. He's a good boy. He's my good boy. He's having a great time. We're on month 5 with him, so a couple days ago was his 5-month anniversary. Anyway, now that he's calmed down, we have to go to the farm soon. But that is my update for the month. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will talk to you all next month. Maybe we'll see how many things. Probably the same amount. 4 seems to be a good number. Probably a pretty normal number, unless I work on something that's really, really, really quick. But I did buy beads and a metallic for a different project that I needed beads and metallic for, because I have a feeling that I'm going to spin that project sometime soon. I don't know why I have this feeling. Not everything, but it's a project that is a medium-sized project, so would be like a stitch to finish. And for my big projects, I don't buy the beads and stuff until later because I don't need them. But like for medium-sized projects, I should probably have the beads and stuff. So just in case. So I bought them. It wasn't that bad. I bought them from Stony Creek because I was going to buy them from 123 Stitch, but they didn't have the metallic that I needed. So I bought everything from Stony Creek instead. So hopefully that stuff comes in soon. I don't need it yet because I haven't spun that project, but, you know, just in case I do, watch, I'm going to say that, and then, like, the next project's going to be either way. Anyway, okay, I'm going to go. I've rambled on now for no reason, and I will talk to you guys next month. Okay?